On to the next weird thing I do, because I should have been counting and I haven't been. So, that was a really weird cough. So, I like to read, as you can see, but I like to read a really weird collection of books. So, if I take out the first 4 books that I come across, I will move over here. I'm still in shot, see, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 4. I'm sure I said 4. Right. These are the first 4 I pulled out and actually show really well how weird my bookshelf is, because I can't bring myself to throw books away. So, the first book I came to Kill a Mockingbird. Wonderful book, absolutely wonderful. My favourite book. I really do love it. If you want to be my friend, like, we're not already friends and you want to be my friend, mention this book to me and we will be friends forever. Because this is actually my high school one. So it's got little notes and annotations in the corners, which I actually gave my sister that book to read, and went, you have to read this book, it's a brilliant book, it's amazing. And I had to go and buy her own copy because she kept reading my little notes on the side and got really annoyed by them because apparently I stated the flipping obvious. But they were for me and nobody else was supposed to read them, so. Anyway, the second book, The Jemima Puddle Duck Treasury! Yeah! I absolutely love Jemima Puddle Duck and Peter Rabbit and things like that. I do have the full collection over there somewhere, which I'm not going to be able to find because my bookshelf's a mess. Because I have too many books. Yeah, you can never have too many books. I don't have enough books, I need more books. I can get some more books. Yes, but anyway, I absolutely adore this, and I had this book since I was little, and I absolutely adore all things Beatrix Pottery related, so on and so forth, including a very, very funny sketch in a TV series that I fell in love with recently, which is A Playhouse Presents. So it's on Sky Arts, and it is called Psycho Bitches, and it's historical women going to a psychotherapist, and it's very funny, and I suggest you all go and watch it because you will find it hilarious. Excuse me. But the first one in the, I think, 3rd episode, there is Beatrix Potter, and it's very funny, and she's explaining her dream about the animals, and it's very funny. A bit weird sometimes, a bit creepy, but very funny. The next book I came to was The Secret Fairy Handbook. It's a book, again, I had as a child. Little fairy, look, she's under there, look, she's stuck in things. And tells you how to make fairy lemonade, which fantastic fairy fizz. Lemonade, apple juice, pink food colouring, apple, crushed ice, sprigs of it. It's apple lemonade. It's pink apple lemonade. Alright. I remember making that as a child. But yeah, no, this is another book that I absolutely adored. It's The Secret Fairy Handbook, or How to Be a Little Fairy, which does sound like a manual for a very camp day man. I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that, and then I just couldn't help it. I just had to. You got a little tiara and a little invitation to a wedding and some little stick-on earrings, which I thought everyone had. I thought when you were younger, all girls had those little stick-on earrings. And then I pointed them out to Chib when we were in class the other day, and she had no idea what they were. She was like, I never had those. But then we found out she did. She didn't realise they were stick-on earrings and stuck them on her face. Which everyone else did as well, as when they wouldn't stick to your ears properly, you'd stick them on your face. Like here. Or like here. Or like, yeah. Anyway, you know, your face. But, yes, so, there we go, that's that. And the 4th book, which I'm very glad I actually came to, is Kamikaze Boys by J. Bell. If you know me, you will know I'm obsessed with J. Bell. He was shown to me by Chib, and he is a wonderful, wonderful writer. He writes LGBT fiction, and he is an absolutely phenomenal writer. I've got little signed postcards. Me and Chib realised that she has all of the books. I have language lessons, and I am currently waiting to buy the 3rd part in the Something Like series, which is Something Like Autumn, Something Like Summer, then Something Like Winter, which is the same story from the different point of views of the two main characters in it, which is really interesting because you do get a very different view because they both have their own stories going on, and it's Something Like Summer was actually the first J. Bell book I read, and I adored it. I fell in love. I wrote an essay for my creating narrative thing lecture, actually about him and his use of YouTube, because he's also a YouTuber and a social media and things like that, to build his portfolio. So, not portfolio, flippity flippity flip flop flippity flip. Yeah, that's what he did. What's the word I want? Fan base, to build his fan base. So, thank you, Van Outside. Thanks for getting in there. But this is Kamikaze Boys, and it is a wonderful, wonderful book, and I suggest it again to everyone. Currently I'm reading The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, which is, again, a brilliant book, and I recommend to everyone. I'm not this nice about all books. Some books I hate them. 50 Shades of Grey, for example, if you watched my first video, about a year ago now it must have been. Oh wow, that's weird. I hate 50 Shades of Grey. I hate it with a passion. It's very badly written, and I don't like it, and it should have stayed as fan fiction on the internet, not. There is so much better. If you want stuff like that, if you want dirty books, there are so many better writers out there. So many. Go on the internet, for God's sake. Fan fiction writers. There are so many fan fiction writers that are better than that. There are so many people who write fantasy stories, sexual fantasy stories and things like that. If you go out and find it, you can find so many more better ones. For example, I can lean down here and I have the Black Lace book, Black Lace Quickies, which is a very funny title. And that's short stories and little sexy, nice little short stories. That's better. Please go out and find books that aren't 50 Shades of Grey or trying to be 50 Shades of Grey. There's I think it's Sylvia Day. I might have that wrong, but her books have just been re-released with 50 Shades of Grey like covers, black with a shoe, some handcuffs or something like that. No! Be your own book. Be your own book. That sounds like a self-help thing, doesn't it? Be your own book. You can't be anyone else's book. You have to be your own goddamn book. Don't know why I did it in that accent, but I did. Yes, so go out and find better ones. Anyway, this is the end of my video now, because I've rambled for 12 minutes. Possibly more, I can't remember. And I'm going to end it here. So, I hope you enjoyed my little video of my weirdness. I'm still quite high on painkillers, so I'm going to go take a lie down before I fall over. And this is the end of my video. Like, comment, subscribe, do something, do your own video back at me. I'm going to stop flinging my hands about now. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was so long. Sorry I'm weird. I love you all.